Hey guys, Matt Allen here with Tactical Bassin. I came out to the lake today with the intention of doing a video for you guys about that summer to fall transition. You know, basically a top 5 bait video. You know, what are your favorite baits to throw during that period? And as I was getting ready to do exactly that, I realized that once that video's over, I'm gonna go fishing today. So I had put a box in the boat. You know, it's literally the only box in the boat. Oh, these go with it though, so we'll get those out. I threw together a box for what I'm gonna go do when I turn this camera off. And I realized what would benefit you guys more than a top 5 bait video is to know what I'm really out here to throw. So from the top, first bait in here, S-Wavers, small glide bait. That's a bait we've talked about before. We've fished it quite a bit. You know, I've thrown that waver for years and years, as has Tim. We figured that out together. We catch so many big fish on that thing. Glide baits as a whole are an amazing way to catch big bass. But that waver, it's inexpensive, and there is just something about it. It's got that it factor. It's got that thing bass want. Phenomenal bait when they first start to bulk up in the fall. They really start to feed again. Phenomenal option. I brought 2 topwaters along. Whopper Poppers, couple different colors. Now, like always, guys, you know, there's a bunch of baits here. It's more than I was planning to talk about. So in the video description, I'm gonna leave links to all the products so you don't have to sit here and stare at them and try and figure out what all the colors are. We'll give you a link to all that stuff. So down in the video description. But 2 topwaters I brought out, Whopper Poppers and frogs. Oh, I just lost one. 2 colors of Whopper Popper, 3 colors of frog. That's all I need in the topwater department right now. After that, we go to Lipless Cranks, specifically the LV500 by Lucky Craft. Throw a ton of that bait. Handful of different colors, but if I'm throwing a lipless this time of year, personally, I'm throwing that LV. Squarebill. You know, in the fall, fish move really, really shallow to feed. And even though we're right on the front end of that here on Clear Lake, a lot of these fish have made that move. So, a couple different squarebills. We got a Lucky Craft Silent, couple River to Sea biggies, basic shad colors. This is actually the biggie smalls, the little guy. Like I said, that Lucky Craft, and then a Jackal, I think that's a Jackal Aska. I'll look that up and make sure, but another great fish catcher. Jerk baits or rip baits, depending on where you live. Can't get enough of those, man. Stacy 90, deep diving pointer. And then of course a regular pointer 100. Again, you don't have to throw those specific baits, but just giving you a feel for what I came out here to throw. Couple spinner baits, bling spinner baits, jigs. Lots and lots of jigs. Flipping jigs mostly, flipping and pitching. 3/8 ounce go-to. A little bit of NorCal craw. Then I get into the heavier pile of molten craw. Like literally a pile of molten craw just to get me through my afternoon. All 3/4 ounce. I can do anything with that, right? I can fish docks with that. I go up and flip the tullies. If I find some of the last remaining grass as summer's dying out and fall is coming on, that grass is dying back. But if I find any grass that's still around, I could flip into that grass. The nice thing about the jig, you know, we just recently did a flipping video for you, but just a quick recap on the jig. That flipping jig with that head shape comes through cover so well, especially in early fall when that slimy, nasty grass is all dying back. Once that's out of there, the jig will go through almost anything, right? tullies, sparse grass, anything, it'll drop right through, just like you're punching or flipping. And with a jig, once you stick them, you got them, especially with that giant no jack hook. And I love that thing. So a pile of jigs. And then last but not least, of course, all my little swim bait heads. Let me dig those out of here. A couple different weights, but basically, you got two options. You got a bunch of Matt Allen swim bait heads, dirty jigs, Matt Allen swim bait head, couple different weights and hook sizes for those, and then a couple Blade Runner spin tricks heads, underspins, what those are. And then of course to pair all these things up, my jigs, either a beaver or a couple bags of paca, slim pacas, just to put on the back of that bait, just to flip with, or to drag under these docks. There's a lot of fish up shallow under the docks. And then for my swim bait heads, either the 4.3 or a 4.8 Kitech. Keep it really, really simple. So could we do a top 5 video? Sure, we could. But as I'm sitting here getting ready to do that, this is honestly what I plan to throw here in a few minutes. So I hope that helps you. I mean, let's break it down in a little bit smaller bite, something that's easier to chew on. Basically, summer's coming to an end, nights are getting colder, bait fish are coming shallower, bass are coming in after them. So we've got several approaches. Imitate a bait fish, imitate a crawdad. That's it. Depending on how shallow those fish go, that's gonna determine whether I'm throwing a lipless, a squarebill, a jerkbait, or a topwater. Because I can reach that whole water column. Then if I want to pursue the fish that are eating the jig, eating a crawdad, I'm going to start out with that 3/4 ounce jig. If the fish go super shallow, I'm going to back off, go to that 3/8 ounce jig. That's game. I mean, fall is pretty easy. They want to eat. All you have to do is come out here, fish with confidence. When you locate a school of fish, stick with them. That's critical. They get in these tight groups, so you might fish 5, 10, 20, 50 docks and hardly get bit at all, and come to a dock that's got 75 bass under it and just wail on them and wail on them and wail on them. But if you catch 1 or 2 and keep going, you'll never know what you left behind. So when you're transitioning into fall, don't be afraid when you come across fish to stay there with them and really see what the potential is. Hope that helps you guys. If you enjoyed the video, give us that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate the support. Again, all the links to all the products are down there in the video description, so don't feel overwhelmed. It's all there broken down. You can look it over. We hope that helps. We'll talk to you soon. Not bad, not bad. Drove that jig clean out the top.